Welcome to RealQuickMedia. I'm Dr. Q. Today we're talking about the lawsuit that turned celebrity gossip into courtroom evidence, Megan Thee Stallion versus Milagro Gramz. We'll uncover how lies, live streams, and loyalty all collided online and ended up in federal court. This case could even decide the future of what free speech really means for creators on social media. The base of this case is defamation, and defamation is a broad legal term. It happens when someone makes a false statement that harms another person's reputation. And defamation isn't just one law or one kind of lie. It covers the obvious, such as accusing someone of a crime, and the subtle, like twisting facts until they feel false, or even weaponizing gossip as just content or simply commentary. When defamation is spoken, it's slander. When it's printed or posted, it's libel. But in the digital world, those lines blur. A live stream rant becomes a clip. That clip becomes a tweet. And suddenly, a reckless moment becomes a permanent record. Now let's get into the case. Megan Thee Stallion, whose legal name is Megan Pete, filed Pete v. Cooper in Miami's Southern District of Florida. The defendant is blogger Milagro Elizabeth Cooper, known online as Milagro Gramz. According to the court filings, Cooper ran a sustained campaign of harassment using false claims, which is a form of defamation, by saying that Megan lied under oath about being shot, that she struggled with alcohol or mental health issues, and that she needed a guardian to manage her career. The complaint says Cooper used her YouTube channel, her account on X, formerly Twitter, and her Twitch live streams to disseminate false narratives and conspiracy theories that damaged Megan's reputation. The suit specifically states Cooper encouraged her 27,000 followers on X to view a doctored, artificially created adult video of Miss Pete. At that time, Cooper's YouTube channel had about 76,000 subscribers. Her Instagram account had roughly 43,000 followers, and her Twitch streams reached more than 16,000 viewers. She also hosted audio discussions on Stationhead, building a cross-platform network that spread commentary in real time. False accusations of a felony qualify as defamation per se, which means harm is automatically assumed. But because Megan is a public figure, she must meet the hardest standard in defamation law. It's called actual malice, meaning she must prove the speaker knew the statement was false or acted with reckless disregard for the truth. The actual malice standard comes from the Supreme Court case, New York Times Co. v. Sullivan, decided March 9, 1964. It was a civil rights era case that once protected reporters covering racist violence in the South. New York Times v. Sullivan started when the New York Times published a full-page ad titled Heed Their Rising Voices on March 29, 1960. The ad was placed to raise funds for Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s legal defense and the civil rights movement as a whole. The ad described student protests in Montgomery, Alabama, and the police responses that followed, but it included small factual mistakes. It said King had been arrested 7 times when it was actually 4, and it claimed police had surrounded Alabama State College and padlocked its dining halls in an attempt to starve them into submission. L.B. Sullivan, Montgomery's public safety commissioner, wasn't even named in the ad, but he still claimed the criticism of the police defamed him personally because he oversaw the department. But an all-white Alabama jury ended up siding with Sullivan and awarded him $500,000, a massive sum of money in 1960. And in true legal fashion, the Times appealed. And in 1964, the Supreme Court reversed the verdict. And this is how the actual malice standard was created. Justice William Brennan on the Supreme Court wrote that public officials can't win a defamation case unless they prove actual malice, that the statement was made with knowledge that it was false or with reckless disregard of whether it was false or not. That decision protected honest mistakes as part of free speech. It stopped state officials from using defamation law to bankrupt the press and gave journalists freedom to expose injustice.
Today I want to say to the state of Alabama, yes, sir. Today I want to say to the people of America and the nations of the world that we are not about to turn around. Yes, sir. We are on the move now. Yes, sir. Yes, we are on the move, and no wave of racism can stop us. Yes, sir.
This was considered a major victory for the civil rights movement. The same logic that once shielded newspapers printing stories about violence in the South now protects YouTubers reacting online. But it also means the same protection that safeguarded activists and journalists in the 1960s can be misused by bad actors today, hiding behind the banner of free speech. Now that we know what the actual Malice standard is and how it was created, let's get back to the details of Megan's case. August 2025, DJ Akademiks, whose legal name is Livingston Allen, was deposed after tweeting about a sealed DNA report from the Tory Lanez trial back in 2022. Court records confirmed the claim was false and under seal, but Akademiks refused to name his source, citing journalistic privilege.
Did Miss Cooper ever tell you that she had spoken to Tory about what happened on the night of July 12th, 2020?
No. I think she want to go out with me on a date. She just got to, we got to get her to a hairstylist, and them eyebrows we got to do something with. You feel what I'm saying? And then, we got to get some more light in the room she's at, and we got to do her up a little bit better. You feel me? And it might be a touch of Ozempic. You feel me? But it's all good. You know what I mean? We both can't be big in this relationship. That's all I was saying. But I don't know what she got going on, bro. But, I like the fact that she loved to argue with me. You feel me?
Took to social media to talk about the DNA report. Do you recall that?
Oh, so then they asked me who gave me what was this? I don't know what she did on that day. I did go to social media at a point. I don't know what particular day.
Okay.
And I'll save you from that. So she gets upset when she says, "Who gave you the info about the DNA that you tweeted about Tory Lanez DNA not being found?" By the way, the real information was that it was inconclusive. Who gave you that information? Honestly, and you chat, I love y'all. I told them I was standing on business, so I said I would not tell them. I'll tell y'all. I really didn't remember. She claimed I remembered, and I was like, "How you know I remembered?" And she was like, "I'm gonna talk to the judge. I'm gonna force the judge. I'm gonna have the judge force you to reveal." And that's because at first I said, "Well, listen, I'm gonna be honest with you. I run a media company, and under the vague of journalism, I'm gonna protect my sources." And they're like, "Well, we're gonna try to force you to tell it." And then I was like, "Well, I'll tell you anyway now." I don't remember who it was. It was it was like some random anonymous person. I don't know. I don't remember who told me that. I don't know.
In September 2025, streamer Adin Ross told viewers that a mariachi band appeared outside his Florida home, allegedly sent by Megan's lawyers to serve him with a subpoena. Hours later, he joined Akademiks on stream to joke that Rock Nation was after them.
They couldn't serve me outside my house. My security wasn't safe taking it. Listen to what the lawyers did. They call a mariachi to my house. They called a mariachi to my house.
Wait. Slow down. The Rock Nation lawyers.
Yes.
They called what?
A mariachi, like a Mexican band, to perform outside my house.
You're lying. That's a lie.
I swear to God, I have a picture. Look, I'm gonna show it to you. I'm gonna show the tattoo. Look, I swear to God.
Rock Nation called a mariachi band to your house
to make me want to come outside so they could serve me the paper. No. Let me show you this picture. I swear to God, look. I'm showing it to you. Show it to your chat. I'm gonna show it to my stream too. No. Hold on, I gotta scroll up. I swear to life. Look. Swear to God. I have no reason to lie, bro. That's my driveway, and that's a mariachi band. Oh. So my security at that point,
yeah,
is like, yo, at this point, bro, I'm like, yo, my lawyer's like, Aiden, just tell them to contact me. So me and my lawyer are hopping on the call tomorrow to figure out when I'm gonna do the deposition, what you did, and I'm gonna ask if I could stream it.
I could tell they're salty, and I'm gonna take blame myself, but I think the internet was going like, yo, Ak, you owned them so much. They hit me again. They said, so remember I sat through 7 hours of questioning from Rock Nation. Flawlessly just dismantled them. And they said there was one question. They said one question you didn't answer to our satisfaction. And they said, we're approaching the federal court in New Jersey to try to force you to answer the question. So I don't know if I have to do another for one question.
The Megan v. Milagro trial is scheduled, or at least widely reported, for November 17, 2025 in Miami. And Milagro's reported witness list includes Joe Budden and Kylie Jenner. Megan's lawyers argue that the coordinated pattern across platforms shows intent, not coincidence. The court will have to decide whether the Sullivan standard still protects honest speech without letting coordinated defamation hide behind it. Please be sure to like, subscribe, comment, and share so you don't miss any of the gems I drop in the next video. RealQuickMedia, critical media intelligence for the modern media ecosystem. Next on our defamation series, we'll talk about the price of a post with Sweetie's statement and how she handles trolls online.